Are you tired of waiting? Do you want to play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee right now? Well, the bad news is you can't. But next week, you can play Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee's demo if you live in California and you're going to E3. And if you're like me and you're not going to E3, don't worry, because I'll be talking about the possibility of a demo for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee coming out for everybody later on in the video. Hi, I'm Mike from PokeTips Official, and today I have some new Pokemon Switch news about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee's demo, which is coming to E3. So this just in, off of the hot Pokemon press, we now know that the demo for Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee will be featured at the Nintendo booth in E3, which is only a week away at this point. So we are a week away from the first people getting to go ahead and actually try out these games, which is fascinating to me. It has not been a very long time since Nintendo went ahead and revealed these games, and now we're already getting a chance to go ahead and try it out. As of right now, it's not known much about what this demo version is going to cover. It might just be a chapter out of the storyline of this game, or it could be like the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo version, where it's totally separate from the main storyline, but has you running around in the world, seeing the updated graphics and that kind of thing. I'm thinking that this demo version is going to start from the beginning of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and I'm basing that off of the Pokemon Sun and Moon E3 demonstration from back in 2016. With the 2016 demonstration, they went ahead and showed off the storyline from the beginning of the game and played a little bit through it, not getting too far into the game. I feel like they did that because it was a whole new region with a whole new story, and they wanted to show us the beginning of the game and get people introduced to the world of Sun and Moon. Now, with these games, I feel like they'll follow a similar suit, but there's another reason why I feel like they'll show the beginning of the game off in Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and that's because these games are inspired by Pokemon Yellow and based off in the Kanto region. Now, the Kanto region is super nostalgic for so many Pokemon players, and with an event like this that's going to be shown off to the whole world, what is more nostalgic in the universe of Pokemon than the town where all the adventures originally began, Pallet Town. Showing off what Pallet Town can look like in the beautiful updated graphics for the Nintendo Switch would just be such a smart decision for the Pokemon Company and Nintendo to go ahead and make, because they're really trying to get a lot of older Pokemon players and a lot of players that have never really touched the main series Pokemon games into the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee world. So that is really super exciting, and I'm very, very happy to hear that they're going to be releasing a playable demo at E3 in just a week. As of right now, it's not known if this demo build that they're featuring at E3 is going to show up at any other events, but I'm sure that it will. So if you live in California and you have tickets to this E3, I am extremely jealous of you. I would love to go ahead and try out these games months before they're actually supposed to be released. And there's also going to be a demo for Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch, which is another game that I'm equally as hyped about. And who knows what else is going to be shown off there. It's going to be an incredible event. Once this demo comes out, we will have a lot of new information about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And it's incredible that all this stuff is only a week away, and I can only imagine what it would be like if data miners got their hands on one of these demos, because we saw with the release of the Pokemon Gold and Silver Space World demo, all those unreleased Pokemon and all those beta maps and all that other exciting stuff that was in those games that we would have just never known about if those demos didn't leak. Now, I'm not saying that the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee demos are going to contain that type of information, because I don't really see why they would put a whole bunch of new Pokemon in these games, since they're only supposed to have 1 to 2 new Pokemon max. But I still think it would be very interesting to get our hands on one of those demo copies, because there's a good chance that it might actually be able to leak the new Pokemon to us, because I'm sure it would still be in the data for even the demo versions, because Nintendo's not expecting one of these copies to go missing and somebody to data mine it and figure everything out. And if not that, it would probably just show us what some beta maps look like, or we could use it to compare the final version to the demo version that we're going to see next week. But if you don't have tickets to E3, here's something else that you can definitely get excited for. Since they're releasing a demo version for E3 to be playable at E3, we know that there's a good chance that Nintendo's actually going to go ahead and release a demo version of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee to Nintendo Switch owners. Now, I'm not sure when this will come out. It'll probably come out a little closer to the game's release, but like I was saying, the E3 demo is a really good sign that they're going to go ahead and continue the tradition of demoing out their new Pokemon games before they actually release them. So far, we've had demo versions of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and Sun and Moon, so it feels like since they're going through the effort of making a demo version for E3, there's a very, very high chance, very likely chance, that they will go ahead and release a demo version of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee before they actually go ahead and drop the games. I think this is a great tradition that Nintendo has went ahead and gotten themselves into, because it gives Pokemon fans a chance to go ahead and try out a little bit of the game or the gameplay and see what the updated graphics are going to be like before they go ahead and actually make the purchase for the full game. And let's face it, we're Pokemon fans, there's a really good chance that we're going to go ahead and buy whatever they put out anyway, but it's great to just have an opportunity because a lot of us just can't wait until they drop these games out. It's great to have the opportunity to go ahead and try the games a little bit earlier. It really feeds our cravings for the new Pokemon games and makes us want them even a little bit more. Also, with previous demo versions, they've given us a special reward that we could transfer to the full version of the game. In the demos for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we had a lot of different rewards. A lot of them were just boring basic items like nuggets, heart scales, Pokeballs, and that type of thing. But the best reward was a Glalie holding its Mega Stone, which was completely new at the time. And even though we could go ahead and get that normally throughout normal gameplay in the full versions of the game, it was just nice to have a little incentive to go ahead and try out the demo. They upped it even more with the Sun and Moon demo, giving us the access to the Ash Greninja, which is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, and I really wish you could have it shiny because shiny Ash Greninja looks so awesome. But it's making me wonder what the demo rewards for playing through the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee demo are eventually going to be. Personally, I think the rewards aren't going to be anything too special. It'll probably just be a bunch of items, and then maybe you'll get a choice of having like a Charizard, Blastoise, or Venusaur sent to your final game, but I can't see them just giving us a new Pokemon through that method, because we know that they're only going to contain 1 or 2 new Pokemon, and I feel like that's going to be something that you get at the end of the actual game, not through a demo version. Although it would be pretty wild if through the demo version they gave you the Charizard, Venusaur, or Blastoise, the Pokemon holding the Mega Stones. And I'm really wondering about Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee if they're going to include Mega Evolution Pokemon. I'm on the fence with it, really, because Mega Evolution is a newer mechanic in the Pokemon world, and with the Let's Go series, it seems like they're trying to keep things simple and less complex, so it's more welcoming and opening to newer Pokemon players, and those Pokemon Go players. But I really feel like Mega Evolution will be a great mechanic to just throw in the games because A, it's been around since Gen 6, we're all kind of used to it by now, and B, if you're trying to get some new Pokemon players, you might as well show them some newer Pokemon mechanics. They don't have to be very early in the game. They could even be put in late game or post game, kind of like a little adventure that you could go on after you complete the main game, trying to collect the Mega Stones that appeared across the Kanto region. Giving Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise Mega Stones to just transfer over to the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games from the demo would be a nice little reward for those hardcore Pokemon players, and assuming that they were usable earlier on in the game, it would give those players a nice powerful Pokemon to just power through the game with. Now, thinking about these Mega Stones is also getting me thinking a little bit about Z-moves, and I'm not sure if Z-moves are going to make a return in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I feel like these two, Mega Stones and Z-moves, are the big mysteries of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee right now. It's totally up in the air if they're returning. So far, we haven't seen any official confirmation about if they are and if they aren't, and maybe one of the demo versions, either the E3 demo or the demo that we'll get that we can play on our own Switches, will actually reveal the answer to us, but I would love to know. I think since Mega Stones and Z moves are both pretty modern Pokemon mechanics, if we get one of them, then we'll go ahead and get the other. It really depends on how they want to take this game, and it feels like they want to keep it simple, but again, I feel like getting rid of both of those mechanics is just going to be a really big disservice to the game itself. So if they bring one of them in, they've got to bring the other in, and if they don't, then they don't. But anyway guys, I'm going to stop the video right here because at this point I could keep going on and on and on about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee speculation. Are you guys excited for the new demo that we're going to be getting next week? I feel like this information came out of the blue. It was not expected by anyone, and I'm very glad to see that we are actually going to be getting our first look at gameplay by non-Nintendo employees next week. It's going to be a lot of fun for me to go ahead and watch. So guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, remember to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one.